Automation is where you build the behind-the-scenes logic that runs your business on autopilot. Instead of manually following up with every new lead, sending every reminder, or moving every deal through your pipeline yourself, you can set up a workflow once and it handles the repetitive work from that point forward, around the clock, without missing a step. You'll find it in the left-hand navigation menu. Opening it brings you to the Workflows landing page, which is the hub for viewing, searching, creating, and managing all your automations. The purpose of this section is to connect every other part of the platform. A workflow can start from something happening in contacts, conversations, calendars, opportunities, payments, or forms, and then trigger a chain of actions across any of those same areas. It's how the tools stop being separate tools and start running together as one system. Every workflow is built on two building blocks: triggers and actions. A trigger is what starts the workflow: a form submission, a new appointment, a tag being added, a deal moving to a new stage, a payment being received, or any of dozens of other events. An action is what happens next: sending an email or SMS, creating a task, updating a field, notifying a team member, moving the contact in a pipeline, adding a tag, waiting a specific amount of time, and so on. You can build these flows on a visual canvas. Each step is a node connected top to bottom, showing exactly what happens and in what order. No code, no guesswork. You can see the entire customer journey in one place and adjust any part of it without breaking the rest. Workflows also support conditional logic, if and then branches that let you personalize what happens based on the contact's information or how they're engaging. In this workflow, for example, contacts who replied to either the text or email get one path, and contacts who didn't reply get a completely different one. Instead of one rigid sequence, you get a system that adapts to each person. The Settings tab controls how the workflow behaves overall, including reentry rules that decide whether the same contact can run through the workflow more than once. This is one of the more important settings to know about, because it's the difference between a contact getting a welcome sequence one time or accidentally getting it every time they fill out a form. And before any workflow actually runs, you have to publish it. Every workflow starts as a draft, which means you can build it and edit it freely without contacts entering. Once you're ready, you flip the toggle to published, and from that moment on, anyone hitting the trigger gets enrolled. You don't have to start from scratch. The template library is full of pre-built, proven workflows: lead nurture sequences, appointment reminders, missed call text back, client onboarding, review requests, and dozens of others. You pick one, customize the details, and you're live. It's the fastest way to get results without having to design every flow yourself. If your account has AI Builder enabled, you'll also see a prompt input at the top of the Workflows landing page. You describe the automation you want in plain language, something like, when a new lead comes in from the website form, send them a welcome email, wait a day, then send a follow-up SMS, and it builds the workflow for you. You can edit, rename, and refine the result just like any workflow you built by hand. Once a workflow is running, every execution gets tracked. Enrollment history and execution logs tabs inside each workflow show you which contacts have entered, which actions ran for them, which are waiting at each step, and whether anything failed along the way, which means you're never guessing whether your automations are working. You can see exactly what's happening for every contact in real time. And that's really just the surface of what automation can do. Beyond what we just covered, you can run multi-channel workflows that coordinate email, SMS, calls, and tasks in one flow. Use webhooks and premium integrations to push and pull data from external tools, and add AI prompt actions that generate custom messages mid-workflow. The automation toolkit keeps expanding as the platform adds more triggers and actions. Every workflow ties directly to the rest of the account. A contact is added, they hit a trigger, the workflow runs, and the actions it takes, updating records, sending messages, moving pipelines, creating tasks, show up everywhere that data lives. So the work automations do isn't hidden away in a separate system. It becomes part of the day-to-day view everyone on your team is already looking at.